This man made a video that is speaking on what love bombing is and breadcrumbing. I don't know if he's being serious. I don't know his typical content, but I was tagged in this one. Women need to know what love bombing and breadcrumbing are so they can see these examples in their everyday life. Go ahead and give him a listen. He sounds like a Disney villain, so it is pretty entertaining.
Girlfriend's so in love with you when you treat her like garbage. Have you ever heard of breadcrumbing? Breadcrumbing? No, what's that? Well, you see, at the beginning of our relationship, I would shower her with love, gifts, all the attention that she could desire. 100% of my effort. This is what we call love bombing. Also, I can get my hooks in, get her addicted to my personality, convince her that I am her ideal man. But of course, as time would go by, I would take away a breadcrumb. 5% at most. Nothing for her to notice. But even if she did notice, nothing for her to complain about. It's just 5%. Now, all of a sudden, 100% of my effort becomes 95, 95, 90. Do you see where I'm going? Now, of course, it doesn't go all the way down to zero that easily, for memory is such a fickle thing. But so when she does complain, what do you think I do then? Gaslight her? No, that comes later. No, I just give back the 5%. 80 becomes 85. But the sinister thing there is, all of a sudden, she's so grateful for 85 when I was originally giving her 100. 85 becomes her new 100 for her, the new 10 out of 10 of happiness for her. And then I just continue this process of whittling her down all the way to 0. At which point she'll be thanking me genuinely for using her like a dog. Why would anyone tolerate that? Oh, it's simple calculus. Losing 5 from 100 is 5%, but gaining 5 from 5, you just doubled. You've gained 100%. What is breadcrumbs to a king but a feast to a peasant?
Now I want to talk about this man. This man is a supposed dating coach, and he's given advice on how to handle rejection. Basically, don't accept rejection. We need to talk about the problematic mess that goes along with men not being able to accept rejection, but first, listen to his words.
Have to accept her rejection. I'm a professional dating coach, and I teach guys how to understand the female mind. Now, if you're one of the people that haven't applied anything in my course or my videos or anything like that, this video is not for you. This is an advanced technique. This is for the people that have the course, have my videos, fucking are applying it, seeing results, and eventually I'm going to put this in the course. I just don't have the time right now, so I'm releasing it now. You don't have to accept her rejection. Now, here's an example. I was talking to a girl, and she said, I'm not really interested. And I, instead of just going, okay, and then just turning away, I did this. Why would you not be interested in me? I'm the best. Absolutely the best. And she's like, oh, how? I'm like, well, you'd have to come over to my house to find out. And you'd also have to be okay with kink, and you'd also have to be okay with my mastery of the ropes and the fact I have multiple women. And actually, maybe not. Maybe you wouldn't be the best for me. And now I did turn it around at the end, but I could have left that part out and still got her to start bantering back and forth, and she did. She started going back and forth with me, and I started building attraction in that because now I had sidestepped her fucking rejection. Granted, keep in mind, I didn't force it. I didn't say, no, you're gonna. I just played into her little fucking game. I knew she was playing with me a little bit, or just kind of disengaging, and I gave her a little bit of fun. You want to know what I did?
I plan on doing this story tomorrow, but this is what happens when these MFers cannot accept no. Samaya Spain was unalived because she rejected a man's advances, and now she and her family have to pay the price. These coaches should be explaining how to accept rejection gracefully so that women can be safe. As a palate cleanser, I'm giving you guys a video from the speech professor. Definitely a man that has some sense, and this is definitely a good video. I like how he speaks about accepting a compliment and not feeling dirty afterwards. Go ahead and give this video a gander. I'm sorry, a listen.
There was a video I was talking about a while back, and I mentioned that women don't need to be polite when they reject your advances. And there were a lot of guys in the comment section who were calling this a double standard. You know, if the situation was reversed, you wouldn't say that men could be loud and mean, right? And I want to answer those comments with a story. A couple months back, I needed to get some new tires for my car. And so as they were getting put on, I decided to walk to a nearby Dunkin' Donuts to get some coffee. And as I was walking out, there was this small group of older women, roughly my mom's age, and they stopped talking as I walked by, and one of them looks at me and she goes, "Oh, aren't you a tall drink of water?" And I was kind of taken aback. That had never happened to me before. And I said, "Oh, well, thank you." And another one of them, she goes, "Well, how tall are you?" And I said, "I'm 6'5". And all three of them look at each other and they go, "Ooh." And I didn't know how to respond, right? And I think she could see that because the one closest to me just leans in, pats me in the arm, and she goes, "You carry it well. Have a nice day." And so I left, and I did have a nice day. It made my day, my week. I'm still smiling right now thinking about it because it was a wonderful interaction. You know why it was such a positive experience though? Never once was I worried about my safety. Never once did I worry that if I smiled too big, they might take that as a sign that I wanted more. That they might follow me to my car when I was leaving. So this only seems like a double standard if you ignore literally everything about the world, right? If you ignore different power structures, if you ignore violence, if you ignore the real threats that women have to go through that I simply do not as I'm walking down the street in this body. And if you think that's unfair, I agree. It is unfair for women. It's far more unfair that they have to worry about all these other things that we don't, that we can receive a compliment and just have it be a simple compliment that makes our day. That's unfair.
Lastly, I want to talk about what Glenn Big Baby Davis was going viral for last week. He was making a grape joke. And the way these MFers can joke about these types of things is indicative of the grape culture that we live in. And we have got to learn that some of these things are not funny and need to be left in the way distant past. Go ahead and listen to this video. Jump in the comments. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.
Former NBA player Glenn Big Baby Davis is trending on Twitter for an old video where he says something out of pocket.
I'm on the elevator, like some girl just she smells so fucking good. Oh my, I can smell this bitch in the hallway. Damn, girl. Hey, girl in the elevator with that motherfucking perfume on, that shit almost made me you, girl. God damn.
This actually forced Glenn Davis to jump on social media today and issue an apology stating it was just a joke and that he's sorry.
I woke up, I didn't hear the bullshit. First of all, I want to say I'm sorry to all victims, anybody that felt any type of way about what I said. I am a stand-up comedian. I do comedy, and sometimes I might say stuff a little bit wrong, and I did. So I hope you guys don't get offended about it. But I didn't mean no harm. I'm so sorry if I offended anybody. And y'all carry on with y'all day, man.